Well, the real power resides in your head. Real-life action hero Mike Gillette shows you how to uncover your true strength, the mind.
And here with more is Mike himself. How are you, Mike?
Hey, great.
Great to see you.
It's great to have you. People might be unfamiliar with the term mind coach.
Mind coach, I think the best way to sort of wrap your head around it is everyone knows what a personal trainer is.
Yeah.
Personal trainers work with people to improve them, but largely in the physical domain.
Yeah.
A mind coach does much the same thing, but we work from the neck up, basically.
Mm-hmm. And you're here in town teaching a hypnosis class?
Right. I'm teaching at a hypnosis training course. I'm a guest instructor, and I'm teaching not hypnosis per se, but what people refer to as mental toughness training.
And I know you have a couple books out, Mind Boss being one of them. Tell us about Mind Boss.
Well, Mind Boss is really about taking the principles of self-improvement and mental toughness and putting it into a practical framework. There's a lot of self-help information out there, and it's all great. It's all very well-intentioned. A lot of it's kind of conceptual and fuzzy. It's really hard to get your hands on it. Yeah. So people tend to do better, like if we're talking about personal trainers, when you have a very specific plan to follow. That's what Mind Boss is.
It helps your mind
very
have that
specific, right. So we're talking about Mind Boss or the DVD course. It's A to B to C sort of route to getting your thoughts better, improving your attitude so that you can be more efficient pursuing your goals.
And how do we get our hands on that book?
How do we get our hands on, well, Mind Boss is a couple of weeks out yet before it's released.
Oh, wow.
But what I've had come out earlier this year in April is actually a workbook and DVD package which is referred to the Psychology of Strength, which really is about how to think strong or think tough. And it's sort of for people who don't like to read so much, it's more for them, or they like to listen. It's basically walking them through those same processes and getting them up and running with that kind of material.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the term mental toughness, we hear that a lot, especially among athletes. And you think athletes you're pumping up here, you get hit in the chest, you don't really feel it so much because you're built. But if you get mental tough, you get mentally hit, it doesn't hit you as hard.
Well, that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
We see this all the time in athletics, where people with great talent, great potential, all the right genetics and so forth, never quite get to where they seemingly could, and it's usually the result of what I call faulty programming. Yeah. There's something going on up here that needs to be cleared out so that they can basically get all that they're capable of getting.
And you hold a few records as well. What are those records?
A few world records that involve mental toughness and also involve pointy things. I have the Guinness World Record for the most arrows broken in succession, tip to throat. That's where you take the steel tip, you place it right there, and you break the arrow, something I saw done a number of years ago by a group of performing Shaolin monks, and I thought, hey, that's really cool. So I did that on the Guinness show, Guinness Records Unleashed.
And you survived.
Yeah, I'm still here, and yeah, everything's still working. And then last year I set another record involving arrows, which was breaking the most arrows simultaneously with the throat. That record is 3. That's not something I'm really eager to recreate.
Wow.
Yeah, nor should you.
Sean and I have never tried this. Do you think you could teach us to walk on coals using our mind strength?
That absolutely can be done. Lots of people do it. That's something like Tony Robbins is very famous for doing that. And that's really overcoming your worldview, fears, anxieties, those types of things. It's all about this. You don't do anything with your feet to toughen them over the course of that
it's all
type
in your
of
head.
training. Absolutely.
Well, you think of pain, like if you injure yourself and you don't see the injury, you don't necessarily feel that pain as much as when you look down and see how injured you are. Same with the colds. If you can tune that out in your mind, you're good to go, right?
That's absolutely right. A lot of people see some of the things I do and they say, well, gosh, don't you feel pain? And I will say, yes, later. I find a way to deal with the pain in the interim sense. It's really no different than someone who, say, does triathlons. They're experiencing discomfort, but they're very good at compartmentalizing it and putting it someplace else until the job at hand is completed.
And then you can lay down on the bed and
then
relax
you, then you can suffer.
Now, you brought in some things with you. What exactly is on the table over here?
Well, what we have, first of all, for anyone that is interested in what I do and is interested in learning how to do what I do, strengthpsychology.com is actually where you go to learn more about the Psychology of Strength program. That's what that is. But I did bring a couple of arrows because people have started to expect this from me. And they're steel tip. They're what's called field tip arrows, and sometimes people think, well, gosh, are they legit? Do you get those from the novelty store? Can you get those from the novelty store?
I've
I'm not
never
sure.
seen
I know
them
these
before.
things.
Are
So
we-
what I do is
on you.
to show people that this is for real, and I don't slam it in. I just
Okay.
gently push, and I gently kind of pointing down so I don't make a mess in your studio.
Whoa!
And, well, that was fun. wasn't it?
That's okay.
I think that
We didn't shower today. We needed it.
I think we've established that
But it's
both
real.
the
It's
arrows
not
are real.
fake.
Yes.
And that was
It-
delicious.
And that's
It looks
delicious,
good.
yes.
Yes.
So, what I'm going to do is ask the braver of the two of you to assist me with this.
Would that be me?
Well, you're standing closest,
There we
so
go.
I'm going to say yeah.
All right.
Most
Itself
people
out
don't say
nice.
All
this.
right.
Now, the way this works is if I can get you to kind of just like put your
Okay.
foot right up against the bottom of the board, we're going to hold it vertically, and if you can lock your arms straight, because if it moves at all, lock
Okay.
your arms straight, as in lock your arms, no, straight.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
Okay. I'm looking at my
Because
heels
if
because
this
I.
moves,
Uh-huh.
it becomes even more dangerous.
Oh.
And even Mike Gillette has limits.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
you're
Actually,
going
Sean
for
might have
two?
to hold me because I have
can
heels
we
on.
step
Would you like
back
me to
just
do
a
this?
little
I can do
bit
this.
so that everybody? Well, actually, if you can hold her.
There we
Just
go.
push, yeah,
There we
push
go.
on my back.
Yeah,
There you
just
go.
kind of
Give her a
Okay,
massage for
okay,
her.
that's good.
Okay, so what I'm
Okay.
going to do is on the count of 3, I'm going to step forward. I'm
No.
I'm going to break 2 arrows at once. This is the only time you're ever going to see this because I'm the only person who's ever documentedly broken more than 1 arrow at a time. Pretty exciting.
Set your DVRs, everybody.
Okay,
All right.
here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, you ready?
Well, does
It's
it matter?
really
I'm
hard
gonna
to
say
say.
it.
Okay, I'm ready, so we're going to go on 3. Here we go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, what?
Are you all right?
Yes.
Are you-
Yes,
is she all
Are
right?
you okay?
Okay.
Oh my
Not
goodness.
leaking. I think I'm good.
Oh
Do you
my
have like
God,
a
look at the-
steel like larynx?
Oh, if only that were
Wait.
the case.
Look at the dent you
Look
created
at the
in the
dent.
wood.
That's ridiculous.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, I think we're going to be okay.
Wow.
That was tremendous.
Wow. Dow's,
you
like,
didn't
freaked
forget.
out
Oh, my
I'm-
gosh.
I'm congratulating you.
That's
guys
awesome.
We
are
didn't have to call the
tremendous.
doctor. That's good.
That's always a good
That's
day.
all, and that's attributed to what's in your mind and the power of
Yeah.
overcoming.
Yeah.
Because if you're
if
thinking
you
about
want
it,
something badly enough, you can summon what's necessary to do it.
but if you're thinking about that, your mind would say, "Don't do that."
Yeah.
But you
well,
tune
you
that
think
out.
about other things.
Yeah.
You think about what you want to have happen, not about the barriers that lay between you and that.
So what's going in your mind when that's happening?
Go. Literally, I think of action words
Yeah.
when I do when I'm breaking bricks, when I'm bending steel, I think go or now or keep going or
Positive,
whatever.
something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, that's really incredible. It's great having you. Thank
Yeah,
you so
right now
much.
I'm thinking about my throat.
Okay.
Thank you.
Master
That was
your
an amazing
toughness is Mike
demonstration.
Gillette's strength psychology. My goodness, you can learn more about Mike and his program. Visit the website on your screen. Unreal. Stay with us. We'll be back.